Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
No, that's rude. That's rude.
Get your finger out of my face.
I'll put my finger wherever I want.
Get your finger out of my face.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. Guys, we got to talk about this Real Housewives of Salt Lake City new episode, which is Season 4, Episode 5. When I tell you guys, Salt Lake City has had me at the edge of my seat for 5 weeks straight. I'm not even joking with you. Like, this season is the bomb. So, the opening scene is Meredith and Seth at a restaurant having dinner, and I love seeing Seth and Meredith, and I don't know why, I just like their dynamic. But she's filling him in on what happened at the trip. Angie showing up unannounced, Angie unleashing at her at dinner, Lisa losing her ring. It was all crazy. And Meredith says, given all the rumors about Angie, you would think that she would, thread lightly. Okay, so next up, Meredith and Lisa go to get facials. I love the fact that Meredith is really trying to accept Lisa back. Because remember, Meredith was the one who was insulted by her. But they vowed to work on their friendship, even though Lisa was gossiping with Angie and Whitney about her and the trip. But anyway, they're getting some facials. Lisa shares that she was banned from a tanning place, so my translation of that is that she went full Karen on the employees, so they banned her. But other than that, they're just talking about Meredith, who will be an empty nester soon and stuff like that. And Lisa also shares that she's going to have an event later this week and invites all the ladies. Although she throws some shade at Monica, she did invite her as well. Speaking of which, our next scene is Monica and Whitney. So Whitney came to this lunch and she right away said that she saw some red flags by Monica on the trip. She said, you were up against Angie and Lisa a lot, who are supposed to be your friends. And Monica says, girl, just like you're calling me out right now, I was calling them out too. Angie was out of line for the way she was attacking Meredith and coming for her business, and you should know that more than anyone. And Whitney says with her little naggy voice, she says, well, so does Angie. And it feels like you're sucking up to Meredith. And Monica says, I just feel like Meredith needed someone to have her back in that moment. And then Whitney says, you need to be careful about Meredith. Monica says, why? And Whitney says, well, at the airport, Meredith said to me that she knows rumors about Angie. So basically, this lunch, Whitney made it seem that Meredith has like an arsenal, sort of like what they said about Margaret. And it's like funny and ridiculous and mind-blowing that they all do this. They all talk about the rumors and the way Meredith says it, the rumors, and they all say all this, like they're all guilty of it, including little girl, nasty pot stirring Whitney. She also says that Monica needs to be better with Lisa and not attack her so much. To sum up this scene, Whitney went in as Lisa and Angie's lapdog to defend them, and she went to go trash Meredith and make Monica have a negative perception of Meredith. So then we are forced to see another Whitney scene. This time it's with her family, and she's having a conversation with her husband because he had a 1-year non-compete clause after leaving his old job, which I want to point out for the record. Just because you have that doesn't mean you can't work at all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so he's going back to work, but Whitney is complaining that because he's going back to work, things like the laundry are going to fall on her again. And she has a career, and now he will have his, so she doesn't know what to do. So that was that. Then we see Angie and her family, which was a pretty nice scene because she was having fun with her husband and daughter. They were like playing a little game, and then they tucked her into bed. She says that she also needs to find a balance in the job, mom, and wife roles. Next up, we see Heather, who we haven't really had too much of Heather as a focus so far. Have y'all noticed that? But she's spending time with her daughters. They're skiing. So this must have been family episode. They were all, spending time with their children. But she does have a deep conversation with her daughters because seems like one of them is getting some bullying at school. Well, really both of them, because they're basically all Mormons in that where they live. So for Heather to leave the church, write a book called Bad Mormon, being on TV, puts a target on them, which sucks. And the girls are saying it's not that deep, and that perhaps Heather might be making this into a bigger deal than what it is. They say, Mom, it's not that serious. It's just little jokes they will make. And you know what? Maybe that's true. Maybe perhaps Heather is, making this into a bigger deal. But I think that they might be minimizing things to not be embarrassed. And even an ounce of bullying is wrong. So my heart goes out to them, and I don't care what Heather has done or said about the Mormons or whatever it is. That does not give anyone an excuse to bully her children. Okay, so next up, it's Lisa's party, which there was really no purpose for that party. The reason she had it was because she, quote unquote, works really hard and wants to celebrate. Okay, but the ladies get there. Meredith and Angie's interaction, awkward as hell. Meredith does say hi to Miss Glasses, though. And Meredith had a beautiful white outfit, and so did Monica. So, the party began with great vibes. They even had some crepes being prepared, at the spot. So, then Lisa goes up to Monica and says, this is all great. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy that you're happy. But Lisa tells her that she doesn't like that she called her materialistic, because everyone is materialistic. She says, look, she's wearing Versace, she's wearing Gucci, I work hard for this. And Monica says, we all work hard for what we have, even these cooks right here. And Monica says, you gotta stop, because the difference is that you're always bragging, saying this, saying that, saying that you could be in a private jet with Snoop Dogg. So apparently, a few years ago, while Monica worked for Jen as her assistant, Lisa was screaming at someone and said, I could be in a jet with Snoop Dogg right now instead of being here. Now, Lisa's claiming that it's a lie, but the funny thing is that Heather actually has a picture of her partying with Snoop Dogg, and Monica says, you should just own it. And then Angie goes up to Monica and says, Monica, stop. And Monica says, Angie, if I were you, I would shut up because I know a lot. And that's where Lisa jumps back in and puts her fingers in Monica's face. So Monica says, get your finger out of my face. And there were being a little too many fingers up in the air, and it was a little bit too close. It kind of reminded me of Abby Lee. I was just waiting for that bite. So they're in the middle of this fight, and guess who walks right in? Mary Cosby. And she's just seeing this, and she's like, what is going on? It was hilarious. Anyway, Monica and Lisa, they talk about it, and they end up hugging. So that was that. Also, nothing puts a bigger smile in my face than seeing Monica and Mary together. It's hilarious. I love their dynamic because Monica is like a fun firecracker, but deep down you can tell Mary likes her because she's not annoying. She doesn't annoy her, and she kind of sees her as a funny girl. And Mary was like, wow, you eat a lot. Do you care about what you eat? I loved it. So the women were just, doing little things, doing some shots here, hanging out over there in different areas. So Whitney goes up to Monica and says, Monica, remember what we talked about at lunch? So what exactly are these rumors that Meredith told you about Angie? What is the rumor? And Monica says, oh, well, they say that her husband F's other men and they have an arrangement. When I tell y'all my mouth dropped to the floor, that was shocking, especially because she said it so calmly and so if it was nothing, but Whitney was shooketh, just like I was. And Whitney says Meredith shouldn't be talking about this. So then Whitney and Monica get Angie, they sit her down, and they say, we have something important to tell you. And based on their faces, Angie knew it was something bad. So Monica says it. The rumor is your husband Sean likes to F other men. And they're kind of, putting this solely on Meredith. And Angie says, well, Meredith lies all the time, and she's the one that's unfaithful to her man, so she shouldn't be talking about this. Monica says, well, Meredith is saying that your husband needs to be watching out for his little boyfriends who can come out and talk. And then Angie gets up, very angry and upset, goes up to Meredith and says, we need to talk. And then it ends right there. I was so shocked and I wanted it to continue going, and they just put a to be continued. We didn't even get like a little clip of next episode. So this was a huge cliffhanger. So let's, a few things about this. Okay, so number one, I'm not really a fan of these types of rumors going around about the husbands, whether it was Kim Field's husband or Lisa from Married to Medicine. I really don't think it's cool to say that to someone unless you actually saw them with another person sleeping together. Other than that, I think it sucks. But I will say, Meredith didn't put this out there. And I think that she is not to blame for this. And I want to use the Portia and Phaedra example, because it's one thing for you to be saying these rumors, but the one who actually puts it out into the universe, into the show, they're the ones who really did it. So I'm sorry, but in this case, it would be Monica and even Whitney a little bit, because she participated in the conversation. So I don't know. I ask you guys, is it Meredith's fault for saying it in the first place, or is it really Monica for putting it out there? But anyway, you guys, I am loving Salt Lake City, and I can't wait for next episode. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think about this episode? What did you think about the rumor? And who do you think is at fault? So let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on next time. You have a great one. Bye.